Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today is going to be another video for the key workers that are out there during this coronavirus shutdown. And this set is in aid of all the care workers. So these are the products I'm going to be using to create the set that you've just seen on my flexi hand. And it's going to be really colourful. Excuse me. When I was looking up symbols for care workers, there was no one symbol that I could find. All I could find was lots of different colours, and I decided to do a Hope rainbow as well, because I don't know whether it's all in your area as well. It's all the way around our area. Everywhere you go there's rainbows in all the windows done by all the kids. So I thought with this set I'd include a Hope rainbow as well. So I'm starting off here on the ring finger, and this is Rosa, and I'm just making a colour block and I'm doing it reverse. So I'm making the curve. It's hard to explain, but it's you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just making it so I'm doing a rainbow sort of nail. I'm working up the nail rather than down. So on this little pinky finger, I'm just putting Rosa on the nail bed and just blending it down. And by the way, I am using my Gemma Porch brush today, and I used that yesterday as well. So I'm just blending that down towards the tip. And then I will be using some lovely glitter from the Glitter Fairy, and I'm not quite sure how you pronounce this, but I'll show you the lid anyway so you can see the name of it. As you can see, it is super sparkly, and it's got butterflies in there, it's got little stars, it's got other iridescent cuts as well, and I thought this would be really nice for like carer springtime. So there's the lid I'm showing you with the name. And then just over this glitter, I've decided just to put some hearts, some red hearts and some silver hearts. The red hearts I got from Amazon in a little tub, and the silver heart I got as an extra little gift from the Glitter Fairy when I put in an order, and that was just before Christmas. So as it's you know, a carer inspired set, what better than having hearts? So this middle finger, again, I'm just putting down a very thin layer of this Rosa and blending it down towards the tip. And I'm doing exactly the same on the pointer finger. So how have all you guys been? How have you been coping with this lockdown? Me and my partner have spent some time in the garden today, cutting down trees and things like that. Giving it a really good tidy up that we don't normally get time to do. So this thumbnail, I decided to do a marble using all of the colours that I showed you at the beginning, and adding a bit of crystal glass and then swirling them all together. Now in a minute you'll see the camera go all a bit funny and out of focus, and that's because to put it into this position so I could get a better filming position, I sort of put it behind the flexi hand, but the wire was right across where you see my hand going out of shot to pick up the products. There was a wire in the way and I was sort of going around it, so towards the end of this tip you will see the camera fall over, and it did hit me on the head. But I didn't want to cut it out, so I thought I'd leave it in just to give you all a good laugh. But it does happen. See, you can see me wobbling it. But I carried on, and the shot does go out of shot a little bit until I readjust it. But yeah, it really hurt, guys. So it was really painful, but I survived. Oh, there it goes. It's funny now looking back at it, but at the time I did say ouch. But yeah, anyway, so as you can tell, it's a bit, the camera I didn't put back, but I do eventually notice and straighten it back up again. But what I'm doing on here is, like I said, I've used all the colours that are used in the rainbow now, and then I'll come in with some of that glitter from the Glitter Fairy and just put a few bits across just to diffuse it a little bit. Now in the end result, I didn't like this now. I wish I'd have done the same as what I did on the pinky finger, but like I said, I want to practice on a few things while I've got the time. So I do want to practice on my marbles. There you go, adjusted the camera. I did want to practice on my marbles, but I have to say this is probably the worst one I've ever done. So I didn't like it at all. So here I'm just filing that first colour in. I do this off camera just so I don't get dust in the area I'm working. Makes it a lot easier to take the tip out and do that. And you can't see it, but I'm just going over the top just to balance all that wall out. I do leave it really thin because I am going to encapsulate the whole nail at the end. Only because some of the colours I'm using have got quite a bit of glitter in, and I didn't want to cut into the glitter. So this is Heatwave that I'm putting on next, and not typical rainbow colours, but I just picked out a bunch of colours that I saw looking for care workers symbols and things like that, and these were the main colours that I found. But like I said, there was a lot of different symbols for care workers, as in the set I did yesterday was NHS, and that's just blue and white. This one was a bit more difficult, but every symbol I saw was all multicoloured, so hence the reason why I'm doing a multicoloured set for this. So I'm doing the heat wave, doing exactly the same, making it curved at the top in sort of a rainbow sort of shape, and then I'm just letting it set. This finger I'm going in with Amethyst. I did want like a glittery pink, but I hadn't got a really nice glittery pink. I only had bright pinks, and I didn't think it would go with this set, so I decided to use Amethyst. And I just blend it up into the cuticle area, making sure I've got full coverage. And this is one of their new colours, CJP's new colours, which is a beaut. And then once I've applied that to the tip, I then use some silver hearts on this one. So I'm just picking them up and placing them on the wet acrylic, just so I've got a nice coverage on that tip area. This nail I wanted like a glittery blue, and the one I chose was Cosmic Ray, and doing exactly the same as what I did on the previous finger, just getting it nice and blended, full coverage. And then on this one I put the red hearts. So repeating the same step again on this finger, just filing the edge, getting it nice and crisp, and then clean away all the dust and put it back into the flexi hand, ready for the next colour. So this is that Cosmic Ray again, and I'm pushing it off the Heatwave so I don't have to file over the top later, because it is glittery, so I didn't want to file into any of that glitter. So I'm just shaping it with my brush, and then I'll leave it to set. So I was using the one, no, sorry, I was using the Edge monomer again, and after using CJP, the one, it seems to take forever to set. So yeah, that rainbow nail did take me a long time today. But anyway, getting back onto this finger. Here I'm using Rosa, and I'm just blending it down over that Amethyst and Stars, and I'm doing that on both these nails. Now normally I don't like doing this. I like my glitter to be glitter and sparkly and shiny, but as it's a week of me doing things that I wouldn't normally do and practice on, I thought I would give it a go, and to be honest I did actually like the end result. Whether I'd do this all the time, probably not, because I like my glitter, but I did think on this set it did turn out really nice, and I did really like it in the end. So I'm glad I tried it and give it a go. So I'm just gonna, while I'm waiting for that rainbow nail to set, because as I said, you get used to using the one monomer, which sets really quickly when you stop playing with it, and then you switch to another brand and it just doesn't do the same thing, does it? So it just seems to take forever. I mean, it's still a reasonably good monomer. I only really use it for like swatching things. I bought it as like a backup emergency, and you know, I've had it for about 12 months now, and it was a 200ml bottle, and I've only just used the last of it, so you know, that's how long I've had it. So while I'm waiting for that rainbow nail to set, I'm just encapsulating all the other nails, and then I'll come back later. So you will see me apply the next colour on this finger, and then I think I did all the rest off camera, because like I said, it was taking too long for him to set in between. So what I did was, while I was waiting for it to set, I filed. So this is apple shine I'm using here. So what I did while I was waiting for each one to set, I just filed and buffed all the other nails, and then once I'd finished this one, the next colour I used I think was Amethyst, and then the final colour was Soft Lemon. So yeah, I filed and buffed off camera, and I encapsulated this and filed and buffed it off camera, and then I will come back later when it's top coating time. So here we are at top coating time. I really like this set, apart from the thumb finger. It didn't turn out very well in my opinion. I wish I'd done it more as a stripy marble maybe. It might have looked a bit better using all the colours, but yeah, all the other nails I absolutely loved. So this was my little tribute to the carers out there, you know, that are out there caring for the elderly, the, you know, vulnerable people out there, including like vulnerable children and things like that, which they're doing an absolute great job for very little money. So I hope after all this is over, the government will, you know, see fit to pay them their proper wage rather than the minimum wage. So I just want to thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I have left a little clip at the end and some photographs for you to look at. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. And if you hit the little bell, you'll be notified of any other videos I post. Please give me a thumbs up, and you know, let me know how you're coping with this quarantine at the minute. You know, let me know in the comments box, and I will speak to you really soon in the next one. So for now, bye bye.